Keepers nervous, strikers, they'll deliver. Crowd roars erupted, you can feel the quake. 80,000 voices.
The Chelsea fans, big win, big away win, in the Europa Conference League. For me, I know a lot of people will say it's against Legia Warsaw. And admittedly, yes, they're not a side that you expect, to give Chelsea too much problems. But in the beginning of the game, they actually gave Chelsea problems. It was a combination of their own sort of defensive tactics and Enzo Maresca's tactics as well. Now, how do I mean? Or what do I mean? The way he set the team up, the same way fullbacks tucked into midfield. Malo Gusto playing at left back. Achupong supposedly meant to be the right back, but having to tuck into midfield. Reece James playing in the midfield. So that just killed any sort of width. People keep saying, oh, why can't Chelsea play like PSG? But people don't see what, Hakimi does, what Nuno Mendes does to free up Doué, to free up Kvaratskhelia. So for me, I'll take it. It's a very, very good win, big win, 3-0. And you can see when the certain substitutions were made going into the second half, that's when Chelsea started to, put their imprint on the game. And from a Nigerian perspective, I'll say this: Noni Madueke scored, although it seems the way it's going, he will end up being captured by England. But Tyrique George, absolutely stunning goal. Finished the goal, took his chance perfectly. Good pass, good shot from Reece James, and he showed a real attacker's instinct, a real striker's instinct. But though he's not a striker, to latch onto that chance and get that goal for himself. So good one for him. His first goal for Chelsea, first senior goal for Chelsea. In 9 games, this one goal he scored. So good goal for him. And then you've got Noni Madueke, the much maligned Noni Madueke. You see people criticizing him and you wonder, why are people so harsh, with respect to Noni Madueke? So I wanted to ask myself, is it what Sol Campbell said? I don't want to go into that, but he came on the pitch and he got 2 goals. Palmer wasn't too impressive, in my opinion, in the first half, but to be honest, no one really was impressive in the first half. And Tosin came off for Cowell. I couldn't quite see why he was taken off, because I think he was playing very well in the heart of the defense, and he was also a threat in the opposition box in Legia Warsaw's 18-yard box each time Chelsea had set pieces. Malo Gusto was fairly decent, though he was playing out of position. For me, I would never get it. I know a lot of Y2K or maybe Y5K people will come in, tacticals, and tell you, oh, he needs to play there to do this and to do that. For me, I don't quite get it. I'm happy we got the win, 3-0. Good away win. It's never easy to go away in Europe to get a win. Not more talk more or less of talk about scoring 3 goals. It's not easy at all. So 3 goals, that puts Chelsea in a good state to qualify to the next round. It's not yet over, because it just takes 1 goal. You concede 1 goal and your mind starts to wobble. So good to have 3 goals. You have something to hold on to build off of in the second leg next week, and hopefully Chelsea qualify for the second round. Don't know if those opinions are on the Chelsea performance, on Enzo Maresca. For me, his first half was very, very poor. I would rather have chewed gravel than watch that first half. It was really, really annoying. It was really that bad, in my opinion. I think Enzo Maresca should learn to be flexible. I know people are talking about, oh, he's trying to preserve the team for the Champions League run-in and all that stuff. I don't quite get it. Preserve the team for a Champions League run-in. Don't the players need momentum to build on momentum going into those games? The same thing was done in the Carabao Cup game, and Chelsea ended up losing the Carabao Cup game, getting knocked out by Newcastle, and going on to the Premier League game that the whole excuse was for, and losing that game as well. So for me, while I'm happy with the win at the end of the day, but the first half performance was absolutely atrocious, in my opinion. But for Tyrique George, absolutely happy for the kid, getting his first goal. And like I said, from a Nigerian perspective, wonderful. I hope the Nigerian Football Federation, you guys are watching, And those of you who have been faithful to this channel, who are subscribed to the channel, I've been saying this, and you possibly would have heard this as well. I say he's a special talent. He is an amazing talent. I know this goal he scored seems to be like probably an easy goal, but if you don't make that runs, if you don't anticipate that the goalkeeper could either miss the shot entirely from Rich James or parry it into the path of an oncoming attacker, he doesn't score that goal. And that goal sort of opened up the play, for Chelsea, because Liga Warsaw, now had to chase something as opposed to having something to hold while it was, 0-0 and heading towards a draw. Overall, that's good. Cucurella came on, you saw the impact he made. But for me, I don't want to see this sort of thing again. But I know we are going to see it maybe this weekend again. Probably you're going to see something like this. For me, I don't quite get it. Happy I'll take the win, go home, re-strategize, and then go into the next fixtures, hopefully, in a better nick, in a better sort of form. And Shimi Mueka came off the bench. Didn't have much time, to be fair. I think maybe was it 10 or 9 minutes thereabout they had coming off from the bench. So fair play that he came on. And Josh Achepong is another extremely talented player. He was all over the pitch today. He played at right back, but mainly talking to the midfield. And then when changes were made and Cucurella came on, Malo Gusto went back to right back, and then he tucked into midfield with Rhys James coming off the pitch. So overall, take the win, good win, 3-0 away win. It's nothing to sneeze at, but Chelsea still has to improve. But anyway, big win. Come on, Chelsea. See you on yet another video. Like I always say, do have a splendid rest of your day. Stay well and stay blessed. Bye-bye.